Elara's Journey. Chapter 1. The Floating City of Nereidas. In the vast expanse of the Ethereal Sea, where the waves glittered like liquid sapphires under the sun, lay the floating city of Nereidas. This magnificent city, suspended above the waters by ancient and powerful enchantments, was a marvel of human ingenuity and mystical craftsmanship. Its streets, woven with intricate patterns of silver and gold, sparkled with an otherworldly luminescence, while the air was filled with the hum of magical energy. The floating platforms, connected by graceful bridges, swayed gently with the movement of the sea, creating an ever-changing mosaic of light and color. Nereidas was home to many wondrous creatures and beings, from the majestic sky whales that soared above to the iridescent sea serpents that swam below. The city's architecture was a blend of natural beauty and magical engineering, with buildings that resembled giant seashells and coral formations. The central plaza, a vast open space surrounded by grandiose towers, was always bustling with activity, its air filled with the sound of merchants calling out their wares and children playing. Among the inhabitants of this enchanting city, none was as curious and adventurous as young Elara. She was 16 years old, with hair the color of twilight and eyes that gleamed with the curiosity of 1,000 unanswered questions. She had lived her entire life in Nereidas, a place of wonder and learning, but her heart yearned for the mysteries that lay beyond the horizon. Her father, a renowned cartographer named Talor, had often regaled her with tales of distant lands and uncharted territories. His stories filled her with a deep longing to explore the world, to discover the secrets hidden in the farthest corners of the Ethereal Sea. Talor's maps, meticulously drawn with enchanted inks, adorned the walls of their home, each one a promise of adventure and discovery. He had mapped the intricate web of magical currents that flowed through the sea, and his maps were sought after by explorers and scholars alike. Chapter 2. A Leap of Faith. On the eve of her 17th birthday, Elara stood on the highest balcony of their home, gazing out over the endless sea. The moon hung low in the sky, casting a silvery path across the water. She felt a stirring in her, a call to adventure that she could no longer ignore. The balcony was her favorite spot, a place where she often spent hours dreaming of far-off places and imagining the adventures that awaited her. It was time to leave the safety of Nereidas and embark on her journey. Elara knew that her father would understand her desire to explore, for he had once been an adventurer himself. With a heavy heart, she packed a small satchel with essentials: a compass, a map, a journal, and a few provisions. She carefully selected her items, each one a reminder of her father's teachings and the knowledge he had imparted to her over the years. She donned her father's old exploration cloak, a garment woven with spells of protection and warmth. The cloak itself was a relic from Talor's own adventures, and wearing it made Elara feel connected to him, as if he were with her on this journey. She set off under the cover of night, her heart pounding with a mix of excitement and trepidation. As she made her way through the quiet streets of Nereidas, Elara noticed the familiar sights and sounds of the city she loved so dearly. The gentle hum of magical energy that permeated the air, the soft glow of enchanted lanterns lining the streets, and the distant sound of the sea below. She felt a pang of sadness at leaving it all behind, but her resolve remained strong. Reaching the edge of the city, Elara saw the small boat waiting for her, tethered to the floating platform. The boat was crafted from enchanted wood, light yet incredibly sturdy, and it shimmered faintly under the moonlight. It had been a gift from her father, who had known that one day she would need it for her own adventures. She could see the intricate carvings on the boat's hull, depicting scenes of exploration and discovery, and she felt a surge of gratitude for her father's foresight. With a deep breath, Elara untied the boat and climbed aboard. She unfurled the small sail, which caught the gentle night breeze, and guided the boat away from the city. The water below shimmered as the boat glided smoothly across its surface, the enchantments ensuring a safe and steady journey. As she sailed away from Nereidas, Elara looked back one last time at the city that had been her home. The lights of Nereidas twinkled like stars against the dark sky, and she felt a mix of sadness and excitement. She whispered a silent farewell to her beloved city, her heart full of hope and determination. Her journey began, and with a sense of freedom she had never experienced before. The vast expanse of the Ethereal Sea stretched out before her, filled with endless possibilities and uncharted territories. The boat's gentle rocking and the sound of the waves against the hull were soothing, and Elara felt a deep sense of peace. As she navigated the boat through the night, Elara used the compass her father had given her to maintain her course. She studied the stars, learning to recognize the constellations that would guide her on her journey. The map she carried, a detailed creation of her father's, was her most valuable tool. It marked not only islands and currents, but also hinted at unexplored regions that called to her adventurous spirit. Chapter 3: The Ethereal Sea. Days turned into weeks as Elara navigated the vast and ever-changing landscape of the Ethereal Sea. She encountered islands that floated like drifting clouds, each one a world unto itself. Some were lush, some teeming with life, while others were barren and mysterious, hiding secrets beneath their rocky surfaces. She climbed towering crystal cliffs that sparkled in the sunlight, explored hidden caverns filled with bioluminescent flora that glowed like stars, and marveled at the strange and wonderful creatures that crossed her path. In her travels, Elara discovered that the Ethereal Sea was not just a body of water, but a living, breathing entity with its own rhythms and moods. It responded to her presence, guiding her with gentle currents and revealing hidden paths when she needed them most. She learned to read the signs in the water, to listen to the whispers of the wind, and to trust her instincts. She encountered friendly sea nymphs, who shared their wisdom and songs, and playful dolphins who guided her through treacherous waters. Each encounter taught her something new about the world and herself. She began to keep a detailed journal of her experiences, documenting the flora and fauna she encountered, as well as the unique landscapes and phenomena of the Ethereal Sea. Through her journey, Elara grew not only as an explorer, but as a person. She embraced the challenges and wonders of the Ethereal Sea, finding strength and wisdom within herself. The boat, her constant companion, carried her to places she had only dreamed of, and the sea, with all its mysteries, became her home. Chapter 4: The Enchanted Island. One day, Elara came upon a particularly intriguing island. Unlike any she had seen before, this island was shrouded in a dense mist that glowed with a soft ethereal light. The air was thick with the scent of jasmine and salt, and the sound of distant music floated on the breeze. Drawn by an irresistible pull, she made her way to the shore and stepped onto the island. As she ventured deeper into the mist, the landscape around her began to change. The trees grew taller and more ancient, their branches entwined like the fingers of giants. The ground beneath her feet was covered in a carpet of moss and flowers that glowed with an inner light. The atmosphere was serene and otherworldly, as if she had stepped into a realm untouched by time. She followed the sound of the music, which grew louder and more enchanting with each step. The melodies were unlike anything she had ever heard, filled with a haunting beauty that resonated deep within her soul. She felt a sense of peace and belonging, as if the island itself was welcoming her home. Chapter 5: The Giant Tree. Eventually, she arrived at a clearing where the mist parted to reveal a magnificent sight. A great tree, its trunk as wide as a house and its branches stretching towards the heavens, stood at the center. Its leaves shimmered with every color of the rainbow, and its bark was adorned with intricate carvings that seemed to tell the story of the world itself. At the base of the tree, a pool of crystal clear water reflected the tree's radiant beauty. Elara knelt beside the pool and gazed into its depths. As she did, she saw visions of the past, present, and future, a tapestry of events that wove together the fate of the world. She saw herself as a child, listening to her father's stories. She saw her current journey and the wonders she had encountered, and she saw glimpses of the adventures that still awaited her. The tree's carvings depicted scenes of ancient battles, great migrations, and the rise and fall of civilizations. Each image was a piece of the world's history, and Elara felt a deep connection to the stories they told. She realized that her journey was not just about discovering new places, but also about understanding the intricate web of life that connected all things. Chapter 6: Ancient Wisdom. With a sense of awe and reverence, Elara dipped her hands into the water. The pool rippled and shimmered, and she felt a surge of energy course through her. It was as if the tree itself was sharing its ancient wisdom with her, filling her with a deeper understanding of the world and her place within it. As she stood up, Elara found a newfound sense of purpose and determination. She knew that her journey was far from over, and there were still many mysteries to uncover and adventures to be had. But she also knew that she was not alone, that the Ethereal Sea itself and its countless wonders would always be there to guide and protect her. The tree had given her a gift, a deeper connection to the natural world and heightened sense of intuition. She felt more attuned to the rhythms of the sea and the whispers of the wind. With this newfound awareness, she knew she could face any challenge that lay ahead. Chapter 7. The journey continues. With a heart full of renewed hope and excitement, Elara left the island and continued her journey. She sailed across the sea on her boat of enchanted wood, navigating by the stars and the whispers of the wind. She visited distant lands, made new friends, each encounter teaching her more about the world and herself. In one land, she discovered a hidden valley filled with glowing crystals that sang when touched. In another, she encountered a tribe of nomadic people who lived in harmony with giant, gentle sea creatures. Each new place offered its own unique wonders and challenges, and Elara embraced them all with an open heart and an eager spirit. As the years passed, Elara grew into a wise and skilled explorer, respected and admired by all who knew her. She mapped uncharted territories, discovered lost civilizations, and uncovered secrets that had been hidden for centuries. Her adventures became the stuff of legends, inspiring a new generation of explorers to follow in her steps. Chapter 8. The Legend of Elara. And so, the girl who had once gazed longingly at the horizon from the floating city of Nereidas became a legend in her own right. Elara's journey was a testament to the power of curiosity, courage, and the unending quest for knowledge. Her story was a reminder that the world is full of wonders waiting to be discovered, and that the true adventure lies not in the destination, but in the journey itself. Elara's maps and journals were collected and studied by scholars, and her discoveries opened new pathways for trade and exploration. Her name became synonymous with bravery and wisdom, and her legacy inspired countless others to venture beyond the known and seek out the unknown. In the end, Elara returned to Nereidas, her heart full of memories and her mind brimming with new stories to tell. She shared her adventures with her father, who listened with pride and wonder. Together, they added her maps to the walls of their home, each one a testament to the incredible journey she had undertaken. Chapter 9. Homecoming. As she stood once more on the balcony, gazing out over the Ethereal Sea, Elara knew that her adventures were far from over. The world was vast and full of mysteries, and she was ready to embrace them all. With the spirit of exploration burning brightly within her, she looked to the horizon and smiled, ready to embark on the next great adventure. Elara continued to explore and discover, always driven by her insatiable curiosity and her love for the world around her. She mentored young explorers, sharing her knowledge and experiences, and helping them prepare for their own journeys. Her home became a hub of learning and inspiration, a place where dreams were nurtured and adventures were born. And so, Elara's story continued, a never-ending journey of discovery and wonder. The Ethereal Sea, with its endless possibilities and boundless beauty, remained her constant companion, guiding her to new horizons and deeper understanding. Elara's legend lived on, a beacon of hope and inspiration for all who dared to dream and explore. If you've enjoyed this story and would like to hear some more, do let us know in the comments below. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps us a lot. Thanks.